Yo, what's up, YouTube? Today is, I don't know, July 15th or something like that. Anyway, it's like 2 in the afternoon. I just woke up. It's actually a daytime video. I just got up. I wanted to talk to you guys really quick. This is kind of more, actually, not even talk to you guys. This is more me talking to myself. It's a personal note. This is a personal video about 2 dreams that I've had back to back, 2 nights in a row. They both have to do with like fighting and surviving and I guess facing your fears. Well, last night, 2 nights ago, I remember I had a dream where my downstairs basement wasn't even a downstairs basement anymore. I remember I was just there, and it was a huge circle, and there was a bunch of people screaming and cheering. And all of a sudden, I looked up my stairs, and it was all dark, and I could see like a shadowy figure coming down the stairs. And this thing was huge. It kind of reminded me of, like you guys would think, like Ganondorf, the way it looked from Zelda, the bad guy in Zelda. But yeah, so it walked down, and I was in the middle of the circle. Like, people were expecting me to fight this thing. I was like, what the heck? What's going on? I had no idea. So, but then all of a sudden I kind of knew, you know, in your dreams sometimes you kind of know what to do. I was like, alright, give me my sword and my shield. I was like, what? So I turn around, and there's like, sitting on this little table is a sword and a shield that looks just coincidentally like the Master Sword and the Hyrule Shield from The Legend of Zelda. And I was like, give me my hat, give me my hat. There was a little green hat that looked exactly like Link sitting there. And I was like, what is this? I didn't question it at the dream. Like, I knew what was going on then, but now I'm questioning it. Now I'm like, what the heck was this? So I pick it up, put on the hat, put on the horse, sword and shield, and all of a sudden in my dream, I knew how to fight. Like, I knew how to use this stuff. It was so cool. The bad guy had these like throwing like knife things, and I was like blocking him with my shields and stuff, and I would get in close and start slicing it right, and it turned into like a girl. It turned into like this like, not disgusting girl, but like this evil blonde girl. And I don't like, really know any blondes, but it turned into this evil blonde girl that was fighting me with like, she was trying to kill me. So I would like slice her and try and stab her, and it wouldn't do anything. It would not do anything to her. It would just like, I don't know, it wouldn't do anything, but I was still fighting and running around. And then I guess I woke up. I don't really remember what happened, but I remember that my attacks, I could block. And I got hit a couple times by like the, throwing like knife things. But I didn't die. Neither did my opponent. Okay, so that's the first dream. Second dream actually happened an hour ago. I woke up at 1 p.m. and I looked at the clock and I was like so tired. So I was like, forget this, I'm going back to sleep. So I fell back asleep, and I wake up at like 1:20 something. So this shows how quickly you can have dreams after you fall asleep if your brain waves are still in that pattern when you wake up. So I had a dream immediately when I fell asleep. Okay, this dream was, I was in like a school or something. You can liken it to a school with a bunch of doors, a bunch of rooms, and long hallways, and you know, the tile floors. And the staircases that they wind, they go like this way, and then this way, and then this way, and this way. So Spider-Man somehow was in this dream for a little bit, and I think someone you guys can liken to the bad guy that was chasing me was he looked like kind of Venom, like the big Venom, the black thing, with like, but he had like claws so he could like slice you. I remember running down the hallway, and you know, in most dreams, when you run, you run really slow. Like you try to run, but you can't. Your feet, like you can't run. You run really slowly. That wasn't really the case so much in this dream. I actually could run pretty fast. I could move pretty quickly. But he was so much faster than me, Venom. He would catch up so quick, and I remember Spider-Man being like in front of me, and he would like shoot his webs behind me and like stop him and slow him down. And then it got to the point where all of a sudden Spider-Man disappeared, and Venom turned into like this big bad guy. He just turned into a big human that was just huge. And it was all of a sudden me and a couple people running away from him and like running throughout the school through different ways, going up and down stairs in different places to try and get away from him. And all of a sudden there was I guess a teacher came out with a shotgun out of the room and tried to shoot it, the big guy. And once again in my dream, it didn't do anything to him. It blew my mind. It didn't do anything. He just kept like moving, kept running around, kept chasing us. So I would like run to the stairs and he would be right behind me, and I would jump over like a flight of stairs, jump, and then run down those stairs and jump, and he would just be running down the stairs and he would be so close to me, it was ridiculous. So at one point, this was nuts, this is right at the end of the dream, the guy, I remember seeing the teacher loading up 2 shotgun shells into the shotgun, and the guy was running right at him. And he shot him like point blank, so close, and he just like went like that. It barely hurt him, and he hit the dude. And I was like, "Here, throw me the shotgun." And the guy was like getting hurt. He threw the gun to me, and there was one little bullet that rolled on the floor like near me, and I ran over and picked it up, and I was running away because then the guy started chasing me, and I was running away. I turned around a corner, and I remember thinking as I was running, I was like, I don't know how to use a shotgun. I've never used a gun before. I've never used one, but like I've seen it happen in movies and video games. Like, come on, come on, come on. I was running with a shell, you guys. It was exactly like the movie. You know, you're like shaking, trying to put in the shell into the gun, and I was running while I was doing this. I put the shell into the gun at one shot, cocked it back as I was turning this corner, so I like turn around and the guy's right there, and I put the barrel right to his face and pulled the trigger, and his head like it just like snapped back. He fell to the ground, and then I like hit him on the head with the gun again just to like see if he was alive, and he starts moving and he starts getting up, and he's like, someone just hit me with like a baseball bat in the head or something like that. He was like, hit me so hard. The guy was telling us to do this to him. It was weird. And he was getting up, and then I woke up. So I don't know what the heck any of this means, but being a psychology major, and I study a little bit about dreams so far, I want to study a lot more about dreams. I find a couple things interesting. I find that both of my foes both of them were bigger than me. They were a lot bigger and more intimidating than I was. I also noticed that I had a weapon to use against them in both dreams. I also noticed that the odds were stacked against me. So I'm not sure exactly what these dreams mean, but I'm assuming that something's gonna happen to me that's gonna be overwhelming and way too intense. But I'm gonna have to get through it. I'm gonna have to use something to help me get through it. I'm assuming this might mean Virginia Tech's coming up, like this big monster, because sometimes your fears, whatever you're worried about, they'll manifest themselves in your dreams as like a physical thing. It'll manifest itself as a monster or something you need to find. If you lost something, it'll show up as something. So I don't know if this means Virginia Tech, like I gotta get ready for that or what, but it was these two dreams, 2 nights in a row, back to back, both I felt like so intense afterwards. In the dream, felt so intense. Yeah, it's crazy stuff, guys. So I just wanted to make a note of this, a mental note of this, so I can come back to this later and maybe figure out what the heck these dreams mean and what some of these symbols are, because they were insane. It was absolutely insane. Alright, guys, take it easy. I don't know, today's Sunday, so I'm about to leave. It's 2 o'clock, like I said, in the afternoon. I just woke up, so I'm still tired. But actually, I wanted to tell you guys, yeah, after I woke up at 1 o'clock, I was really tired, so I was like, yeah, let's go back to sleep. I went back to sleep, had my dream, woke up at like 1:30 or whatever, and boom, I was like revitalized. I was like ready to go, ready to take on the day. So that's an interesting note as well. It's like, I wonder if our bodies need actually a certain amount of dreams, a certain amount of unconsciousness to then just wake up and turn back on for the next day. I don't know. I think that's very interesting how tired I was at 1 as opposed to 1:30 or 1:20, whenever I woke up. Alright, guys, take it easy. We gotta go do abs today. Definitely gotta do abs. Alright, peace.